there's chaos. Chaos descended on my life. What I feared the most actually happened, and this thing is that I lost my income. And I already told you guys that I was expecting this to happen when I lost my house, and it did. So now I do have to be honest, I feel slightly panicked. And I really need to do a couple of things. And the first of those things is breathe. And you know, I've decided that right now there are two priorities, and these are taking care of myself, just to make sure that I'm not going to get too sick and too tired, because this is a real issue. So, you know, taking care of myself is the number one thing, and then the next thing is I need to organize and sort out all of my merchandise, and I need to take as many pictures as possible, and I need to put these things that I want to sell online on all kinds of different platforms. And you know, I've told you that I was doing really well because I started this new treatment, but I had a little bit of a setback. Right now it is going upwards, as in I'm doing a little bit better, but I need to be really careful, and I can't mess this up. One more, a couple of sets of very beautiful napkins. Okay, so now I think that this is a pen holder, right? And I bought this in Sweden in the thrift store together with a whole bunch of other things. Now the thrift stores in Sweden are so much better and more interesting than the ones that we have in the Netherlands. Not great. Oh, hello my friends. I was looking for you. Oh, whew. That's bad. It was not just my house in Amsterdam that I found to be very dirty, but also all of the things in it. It's disgusting. How do people live like this? I don't know. Shit. No. Yes. No. Yes. Okay, let's fix it. Oh yes. Oh. I actually lost all of my pencils. You know, the jar full of pencils that I was so excited about? Because I broke the jar and then I put the pencil somewhere and now they are gone. And I've been looking for those damn things for 2 months now. Can't find it. So maybe, you know, sorting out all of my mess is also going to result in me finding a couple of things that I can't seem to locate. Wait a minute. Now I do need to take this off, the thickness of this, because this needs to go on top, because otherwise it's not going to do anything. Wham. Oh, is there ever going to be a moment in my life of me not doing any DIY jobs? Now this, just sagging down, is the problem. And right now I have 2 days before we go to Sweden to go check out this property that we want to buy. And you know, I want to make some real progress. I do need to try to connect with the firm belief that I have, and this is that I believe that if I do right, that the universe is going to take care of me. Now I actually made an agreement with myself that I can't buy any more kitchenware because I have so much of it. So when I saw this, I was like, no, you are not going to buy that. But then I did, because it was only 90 cents. Oh, this is also so beautiful. I can't remember where I bought this. I think I found this in Sweden too, but I can't remember. And this came from my living room in Amsterdam. It's hideous, but I still want to keep it. Oh, and by the way, I have managed to let go of most of the baby things that I felt so emotional about last week. Because I was just thinking about it, and then I came to the conclusion that it is not about the things, it is about how I feel, and I just feel sad. And there's nothing that I can do about it right now. This is just how it is. And those items, holding on to those items is not going to change anything. And I just don't believe in just holding on to things for the sake of holding on to things, or, you know, because you feel sad about something. Because it has nothing to do with the physical item, it's just what is in my heart. And, you know, I am going to keep some little things that are very special to me. My mom actually started this tradition of filling some boxes, personal boxes with personal things, like little items, but also letters and all kinds of other things. So she has made a box like that for me and for Rogier too, and for my children. And I want to continue this for my grandchildren too. So I'm going to buy them both a box, and I'm going to fill these boxes with all kinds of very special little things. And I do want to keep a couple of things right now, because I want to add those things to those boxes. But all of those other things, all of the other things, I am going to sell. And I actually already made some photos of it, and I placed some ads. So, you know, it's done. And I feel okay about it. I also want to record some videos for my grandchildren with some personal messages. And I might also want to write some things like birthday cards every single year. And you know, the tradition that I started with buying them little Christmas ornaments is something that I want to continue. I'm just going to buy them one every single year until they are all grown up. And all of those things will be kept in those boxes. And I will make sure that they get those boxes when they are adults. Maybe. Or at least when I die. I'm going to make sure that they will get it. So yeah, I do feel excited about this, because, you know, I'm still going to be a grandma, and, you know, nobody's going to keep me from doing the things that I can do. Now this is another little thing that I found that I want to take photos of today. It's a really cute and beautiful little oil lamp, a blue and white one. Okay, so what is this? Please tell me that this is not another sugar pot. Oh no, it's not. That this ironing board would be very wobbly, but it is not. It is actually really nice and sturdy, and it is the best ironing board that I've ever owned. And I'm so happy that I decided to take this home, and I love it. Now I do actually have a lot more things that I want to sell. But all of those things are packed into boxes, and those boxes are stored away in the barn from the farmer next door. So I do need to go get all of these boxes. I'm not going to do that right now though. Because you know we are leaving in 2 days and I just want to take it a little bit easy because I don't want to go on this trip feeling completely exhausted. So for now I'm just trying to focus on all of the things that I have over here already. Okay, so now this is a very special pillowcase that I do want to keep because it has the initials LS on it. And these are the initials of my oldest son. I just saw this at a flea market and it made me think of him, and then I just decided to buy it. And I actually also collect red and white embroidered things. Now I do have a very big box over here in the corner that I am filling with all of the things that I do want to keep. And then when it is full I'm going to store it away in the cabinet that I made. And there are some beautiful things in this box that I feel very excited about, like this beautiful little print that I found in the thrift store. And 2 of these very beautiful brushes that I want to hang somewhere on the wall in my new wood shop. It is just going to be a decor item. And then there is this very vintage looking little thing that we bought for €2. And I want to bring this to Sweden because I think that it would look nice in a B&B. Maybe, or I don't know, somewhere. Oh, is there anything else? Oh, I also found a very old screwdriver. I don't know why I bought this. Yeah. Sometimes I do have moments of insanity. Oh, yes. You know, some of you expressed some worries about me not being careful enough. Which I am, by the way. I'm very careful. So you don't have to worry. But, you know, just in case that something happens. Then there's this. Now this was probably made in school by somebody who was trying to learn everything about electricity. And this is actually the reason why I bought it. Because I thought that it would be nice to have a very original, but also cozy light source too. But then I realized that besides these adorable lights, it also has, and just cover your ears please, a seriously, ridiculously loud bell. So, you know, if there's going to be an emergency, I'm just going to ring the bell, and then I'm just going to be fine. Now the lights do react to the bell, so it's kind of having a siren that comes with it too. So, you know, this needs to stay close. Wait, now I'm dragging things in from the other side of the room. And this is something that I am going to sell, by the way, in my Etsy shop. It is a towel rack, or at least that's what I think it is for. And then we also have this amazing statue. It's a saint with a little baby. And I also found this print. So I am actually going to start a category religious items in my Etsy shop too. And then another very curious thing that I found at a flea market was this tin box filled with all of these pipes. Most of them broken, but some of them still in one piece. Now this box is going to live on top of my new windowsill, together with my little box of Christmas tree candles that I am never going to use. And a little collection of all kinds of other random things, like this very old and rusty bolt that I found on the little beach that I filmed for my last video, together with this piece of a bird, I think. I don't know, it's a piece of a bone. And yes, it is a little bit creepy, but that's what curiosities are supposed to be. And then I also have a couple of things over here that Rogier bought. Like this beautiful, very manly looking light switch. And an even more manly looking handle. It's for a very manly hand. And also this very bling blingy, but also beautiful light switch. And you know, I think that these things are going to look very beautiful in a very old Swedish school building. Okay, so we need to fix the electricity over here, because I really want to be able to turn on this lamp at night. And then this just feels really nice to have. Just a little collection of personal things. And maybe I do want to add a couple of things to this, depending on what I'm going to find when I'm going to sort out all of my other boxes. So now I have this really nicely organized stash of all kinds of things underneath the roof, and you are not going to see any of these things because we are going to make curtains. Now, if this would have been my forever home, I would have done things very differently. I probably would have made cabinets all the way around the room instead of curtains, and I also would have definitely painted all the way down to the floor, and I probably also would have done all kinds of things very differently, like how I've painted and finished this cabinet. I just decided to keep things very plain and very simple because, you know, we are going to sell this and there's no need to put in all of the effort. It is just going to be a waste of time and a waste of energy, and it is not really going to add anything to the value of the farmhouse. You know, things just need to feel finished and nice and organized and clean enough for people to be able to see themselves in it. And this is just going to be good enough, you know? So I'm going to save all of my passion and my creativity and my crazy ideas for the new house that we are going to move into hopefully very soon. And you know, this cabinet is the perfect example of just keeping things very plain and very simple for now. And you know, this is just 2 pieces of vertical wood with a piece of horizontal wood on top of it, and that's it. It's not even attached to the cabinet. This piece of furniture is going to come with me, and then depending on what kind of a house and space it is going to live in, I'm going to turn it into something completely different than what it is right now. Okay, so now I actually have, and this is just ridiculous, 8 sugar pots. Yeah, so if you need a sugar pot, just write me a message. Now this drawer is filled with all kinds of very old and vintage cleaning supplies and a couple of new things that I'm going to sell in my Etsy shop too. So this is going to be another category, the category vintage cleaning supplies. And it is one of the things that I feel the most excited about. I don't know why, but I just do. And that's why I'm just keeping this drawer open, because every time when I walk into this room, when I see these things, I just feel happy. And then over here we actually have the first order that I need to pack, because I have sold 4 of these beautiful old antique plates. And this is going to be the fabric that I'm going to use for the curtains that will go underneath the roof. Now over here behind the cabinet there is a box filled with lamps that I want to sell. And then we have the box filled with things that I want to keep over here. And when this is full, it is going to be stored in the cabinet over there. And the cabinet, by the way, is still going to need a side panel. So that's going to be another little project too. I do have to say that just one day of organizing has resulted in so much more than an organized cabinet and an organized space underneath the roof, because I truly feel so much better. You know, I reconnected with the faith that I do have in the future, and this resulted in just a whole bunch of happiness. I just feel much more calm and at peace with everything, really. And it is so incredible that so many difficult things can result in such a positive outlook on the future. I was never expecting any of this. I was never expecting me to feel so positive and excited, and I don't think that I ever felt this happy in my life. It's weird, okay? It's so strange, but it is nice. You know, it is lovely, and I am just over the moon with all of the things, you know, in here, but also with the trip that we are going on to Sweden. Because this one is different than all of the other times that we went to go see all kinds of properties. Because this one is serious, you know. And I do have to say that I'm nervous, but so excited too. I can't wait to see this building and everything connected to it, like the surroundings, and I want to check out the local supermarket, and you know, I just want to spend some time there. And it is going to be a really quick little trip, because we are just going for 2-3 days max. And then we are going to be back, because Rogier needs to be back at work. So yes, I also don't know if I'm going to be able to film anything, because I still have to ask the real estate agent for permission. Now I do think that he is going to be okay with it, because he is the most relaxed real estate agent that I've ever talked to in my life. So I think that it is going to be okay, but just keep your fingers crossed for me, because I truly want to share everything about this property with you guys. And you know, this is going to be what the next video is going to be all about. So for now, thank you so much for watching this one. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope to see you next week for all of the exciting things to come. Bye!